Ragdoll Customs on Instagram sent me this box, which I've been promised is full of doll heads. A lot of doll heads. Some may be very familiar. Like I said, I get a lot of heads that were originally articulated bodies. Some might be more vintage than I don't know what to expect. This was supposed to arrive on February 19th, but it was sent from the other side of the country right around the time, in the middle of, looking at the date, in the middle of when we had the horrible extreme winter weather, which did not affect here as bad as it could have, because we do get some winter weather, so we have some preparations for it in Middle Tennessee. Not as many as when I lived in southern Indiana, which is of course not as much as when I lived in northern Indiana, which, you know, the farther north, the better prepared you are. Also, something I realize is the farther north you are in the Midwest in the United States, the fewer hills you have, because a couple million years ago glaciers came through and scraped everything flat. And let me tell you, the amount of hills you have in the area makes a big difference in your ability to maneuver in icy weather. So anyway, so that delayed the package until today. This is March 1st. Also, the fact that, shall we say, the last administration and beyond had made decisions intended to make the post office less appealing to consumers also is in effect. So I do not blame the post office for the amount of time it took. It is stuff beyond the post office itself's control. So I support the post office, and I have this box, and now let's open it and see what heads have been sent. Also, this box, the condition it's in, I think it probably had a fairly eventful trip from the other side of the country to here. So let's see who's inside. First thing I see is this could be fun. Get her cleaned up. Is this actual? I don't see any copyrights, so I don't know if this is just some old craft doll. But you know, I appreciate the fact that it has brown eyes. Now this kind of thing is made for a soft body, which, you know, you might know that I sew, so I could make a soft body for this, make it more like, if you remember Toffee dolls. And I love the fact that this one eye is just a little, it sticks a little bit. And these are nice. These lashes are hard plastic too. That's adds to the nice kitschiness of this. So anyway, yeah, I could make a soft body for this, or I could figure out a way to rig up. I mean, you wouldn't put it beyond me to put this on a 6 scale body. Actually, I have some Blythe bodies. That would take a little engineering to get this head size to fit on a Blythe body, but let's see. The head size is not that far off from Blythe. And I know this hair would probably, once it gets brushed out, the hair would probably look fine. And beyond that, you could, you know, go with a little conditioning, even if it doesn't, but I think that brushing is really all it needs. And a magic eraser, unless that's a stain, if that's just a scuff, a magic eraser should clean up this skin. So yeah, first head in the box, I'm already getting plans. I think this could be fun on a Blythe size body. I think it's going to be a lot of fun on a Blythe size body. But it could also be fun on a more art doll style soft body. And like I said, I'm having fun with the way the eyes, one of them's sticking, probably because this head is so soft, so it's grabbing the mechanism a little as the weights move. So yes, I should open the rest of the box, shouldn't I? But I'll say, first off, that's going to be fun. That one head promises to be a lot of fun. I think I opened it from the other side, because when I tried to pull this bag out, the heads were just sliding, it was sliding away from the other side. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear me over the crinkling. Let me get this bag, actually, I will go ahead and just make it chaos inside. But like I said, I think this is I don't know if this was supposed to be in the bottom of the box and this was the grand finale, but man, I really am wondering if I can get this head onto a Blythe body. If it was harder vinyl, I would feel better about modding. It is very soft. But I think it could be done, and I think it would be fun. And like I said, I need to see what else is in here. Okay, I should know. It's a Famosa Nancy, isn't it? Famosa is a Spanish toy company. I have a Famosa Agatita, which was Famosa's team up with the Spanish fashion designer Agata Ruiz de la Prada, and I cannot say Spanish R, I'm sorry. So if you like really bright, wild fashion designs, you should look up Agata Ruiz de la Prada. And I know Famosa has had other dolls. I can't remember if Nancy was the name of the main Famosa doll. Famosa Nancy is a Famosa doll, but it's more of a more realistic, sweet, coral type doll. So we'll have to research what this one is. But this will also be fun on a probably smaller than 6 scale body. Trying to gauge how hard the head is, if it would be worth rerouting. This is this hair fiber, I can see it's a little frazzled, a little dry, but with some brushing and conditioner it will be fine. And I should be able to get the scuffs off of the face. So that's going to be fun also. And a lid wig, also always useful. And a Shopkins. I actually haven't had, if I have had any of these, I have passed them on very quickly. I think I may have thrifted some but anyway, you know I love this hair color. You know I love this hair color. So that will be fun. Again, I'm thinking of what can I do to... His curls need a little work, but I also like really messy curls in doll hair, so I'm more likely to just repaint the face at some point. Like I said, you get any crafting materials into my hands, and I'm pretty much going to immediately start thinking of what I can do with it. Right, I know what this is too with that. I should know what this is with those flower eyes. I can't think of it offhand. So, someone I'm sure will ID it if I can't. I do know I should know what that is because that is very distinct. Isn't it? No, it's not. No, it's not Zini dolls. Zini dolls had inset eyes. And like I said, I knew I would get heads that were from articulated bodies. I'm pretty sure this is a gymnast Barbie head. Has some pinholes in it. Which, you know, the first thing I would do is boil it, see if those close up. Because boiling can do a lot of wonders for damaged vinyl. But if not, those could still be fun. I'm like imagining a galaxy paint scheme, and those are just stars. Yes, this is Dollar Tree, isn't it? The Dollar Tree knockoffs of Strawberry Shortcake dolls are always a lot cuter than they should be. I'm just grabbing hair. Oh, okay. The best midge ever. And I'm blanking at what it was called. She had a nice aqua swimsuit, came with a big cardboard, was it Surf City? Was it that symbol? Surf City Midge came with a cardboard surfboard. That's probably the only reason I even vaguely remember it. I had this Midge in the early 90s and I let her go. And I've thought about her a lot since then. So I'm very happy to have this head back. Like, if you're not familiar with her, come on. I know you can focus. I know you can focus that close. Come on. There. Okay, maybe I'll give you a little easier. Anyway, this is a very, very nice early 2000s paint job on Midge. So yeah, she will get a body. I don't know, she might knock somebody off of a made-to-move body. I definitely have older fashionistas articulated bodies that will match this head sculpt. Thank you very much for that. I see purple hair. Oh yeah, I have had this doll and I have repainted it and found a new home. So I can do that, well, repainting, not necessarily finding a new home. This is the closed mouth generation girl sculpt. Some people think this is the Mackie sculpt, but it is not. This is the closed mouth generation girl sculpt, which of course closing the mouth improves the generation sculpt a lot. So I can get that hair brushed out and possibly conditioned. This is a newer fiber, the kind of fiber that always feels dry, which I pretty much stopped using it about, I don't know, 10 years ago? Probably around whenever this one was out. So, yeah, okay. Like I said, ideas. Get them in my hands and I get ideas. But yeah, I definitely can use the reproduction solo in the spotlight. This is another one that I have had and let go of and thought, you know, I probably could have used that. Especially since I've seen people reroute these vintage reproduction heads with fantasy hair colors. And it's like, yeah, that's better. Another wig. Oh, this is a nice wig. This is a Monique wig. Good, because I don't have many good wigs in size 4-5, Barbie size. So that will help me with some dolls who I want to get painted and customized, but I just don't feel like dealing with the hair, and I also don't feel like gluing yarn to their head. That would help. Okay, a doll with a Laura sculpt. Not something I've had a lot in my life, actually. I'm not sure why. I know the Laura sculpt is beloved. I'm trying to, there you go, get her right. Can you actually focus? Alright, my big broad hand behind it, things can focus. Maybe. Anyway, very pretty Midge. This is going to be a long video, isn't it? I thought maybe this video would be fast. A Descendants head, like I said, another head that came from, oh no, that's not Descendants, it's Belle. This might go into the box for John, because I'm just not, as Generation X, I'm not sure a lot of people realize it, Generation X, we grew up without Disney. Disney had stopped being on TV by the time we were like 4 or 5. And then we were in high school and college by the time the Disney movies started getting good again. So, at least I did not grow up with Disney. Disney Channel was premium when I was a kid. And even when they let it be like free for a week every summer, I was never interested in watching it. Another Liv wig. Here's the, I guess put the wigs over there. Oh, another Laura sculpt. I feel like I should recognize her. Why are you focusing on my hand? There you go. That's very nice. Okay, I feel like I really should know what this is with the pink hair in the back. Was this one of the, the model dolls with the swimsuits? Yeah, I would get her hair fixed. Definitely like the pink hair. Or was that added later? Can't tell. No, the hair fiber isn't right for being. It's just, I mean, it was added later, just wasn't really the same. Okay, I'm getting distracted, aren't I? And like I said, this is a big box full of stuff. Just grab the next hair. Yes, this is also from one of the articulated fashionistas this summer sculpt. I think she will be getting some acne cream and sunshine for that spot on her forehead. It can be saved. I see curls. Oh, good, good, good. The 80s Skipper sculpt that was only used for about $2 to $3. Tropical Skipper, Cool Stuff Skipper, and Jewel Secrets Skipper. I had Cool Stuff, and I admit I bought her only for her clothes because even as a kid, I thought this head sculpt was weird. This, by the curls, this is Jewel Secrets Skipper. But I'm happy to have this sculpt now as an adult. You don't see this sculpt very often. I know Chris Daldirt has this, and I remember when he posted this, there were some people that were just shocked that this was a legitimate Barbie sculpt. Like I said, Mattel had used that original, like the, what was the 1961 or 2 Skipper sculpt when the Skipper was first made. They used that up through the late 70s, and then they had a different smiling Skipper sculpt that was used for $2 or $3, which I had a couple of those when I was little too. And then they went back to the original Skipper sculpt, then they brought this out, and then after, like I said, $3, they replaced this with that 1987 Skipper sculpt with the really big eyes. That is more iconic of the 90s. So, you want doll information that's overall kind of useless? I got it. And you know I've had this head before. And I repainted it fairly nicely and put it on a 17-inch Endless Hair Kingdom body. So I don't have that body again, but I know this head has a lot of potential for repaint, and of course I love the hair color. This is the color my hair was when I initially dyed it, but all the purple washed out. So, I love that hair color. Thank you. Just trying to grab the next doll without figuring out who it is. Oh, a Mycene. I forget the name of the Mycene with brown hair and brown eyes, but I can get her hair fixed up and some magic eraser on her face, and she will be back to stock in easily with relatively little effort. You have sent me a box of fun, and that's, yeah, I thought I smelled a strawberry shortcake in there. Of course, you know I love this hair color. I have repainted some one strawberry shortcake with that kind of bunga or pose doll style that I have the old tutorial for. So I know they repaint nicely too, and then when you put them on a Barbie body, they're not much bigger than having a Mycene. I am now distracted because the camera recognizes Mycene as a face, but not strawberry shortcake, and I am getting confused because I'm looking at the camera, not thinking about strawberry shortcake, Mycene. Alright. This is another one of those videos, if you want background noise, you're getting a lot of background noise. Ah! Jenny! I've been looking at Mandrake, however you say it. And the more you look at that, the more Jenny gets appealing. So I would definitely get Jenny on a body. Wow, I might actually get low on bodies for at least a little while. And another. Okay, this is obviously not a straight up playline Barbie because of that side glance, but I don't know offhand who she's supposed to be. I'm sure I will get, oh, probably John telling me. She's cute. I'm only about down to here. Let's see. I'm only about down to here in the box. Let's see, I see multicolored hair. Another Shopkins. More fun hair. I wasn't checking the camera. A hairless Jenny. I have a hairless Lika who has been waiting for attention for a while. 2. Oh! See, is this actually... Yeah. Sunshine Family Mom, the black version, who is really not very common. And you can see the freakish eye chips that, as I had described to Cosmo recently, were not inset eyes. They were basically stabbed into these dolls' faces like earrings on a Barbie. But they have really delicate plastic and the stems break and the eyes fall out. That's happened on this one. But one, it actually makes her look cuter, doesn't it? And two, that means I can, you know, if I was doing resin stuff. Oh, she has sclera. She's not. She's a Star-Spangled Cutie. Anyway, yeah, this doll has a lot of potential. I have been having fun trying to redeem Sunshine Family dolls. I know some people adore Sunshine Family dolls. I mean stock, but I think that they have a lot of potential. So I can have fun with her. Oh man, I am almost tempted to put crystals in her eyes, like a Starry-Eyed Brides from Create a Flower Princesses. But I think I was going to say, but I got distracted by the sclera. If I worked with resin, I could probably fill her eyes in with little drops of resin. It is just, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. It's just amazing how much better these dolls look without those eye chips. So, anyway. There's a lot of excitement in this box. Now this is, American Girl. No, not American Girl. One of those American Girl knockoffs. It's Lori, I think. They have cute clothes. Target sells them. Might be tempted to experiment with the eyes. Oh, that fashionista who I never had, but now I do. This was actually, I remember, I think it was about the time this fashionista came out. We were challenging each other to repaint this face so it looked like a 1970s or 80s superstar Barbie, because there's a lot about this sculpt that is reminiscent of Superstar Barbie. And I think Chris actually did, but nobody else did, but I really should try that sometime. With fantasy hair, I'm more likely to use it. And speaking of Chris, he recently rerouted a leggy and put on a Hair Amazing Hair Adorables. Everybody sing the song now. And the body works really well with this head, considering how the original leggy body works. So yeah, I could do that now. Obviously this head needs to be boiled so it stops being so tall and gets back to its correct shape. But you shove a lot of hair into a head like this and it tends to distort it. So I need to get the hair out of that head and boil it, and then she'll be ready to find a new body. And I always like the leggy face because it's like a cross between, even though leggy is Hasbro. What are you doing? Okay, what the camera was doing was the card was filling up and it was telling me no more recording. So I've cleared that up. And as I was saying, even though this head is Hasbro, it really has the vibes of vintage Skipper and Steffi. So I like it a lot. And I'm glad to see that Chip, what are you doing? Chip came in during the break. So I'm glad to see that Chris has found modern bodies that you can put this tiny head on modern bodies, and since everything is so stylized with really long legs and really short torsos, that it works. So there's hope for this. Of course, also I don't know if this can tell me work. You may have seen this simple custom I did recently, putting this tiny little doll head on a boxy girl's body. So there are options, which is nice. Made to move head. The closed mouth Generation Girl sculpt again. Let's see, where's that other one? Oh, did they make it bigger for the new one? I think they did. This is, okay. I keep thinking that since Mattel has the license to make Minecraft toys, they should totally make Minecraft Alex, Barbie, and Steve Ken. And this head would like be the perfect base. Maybe I will maybe sometime, even though I'm not interested at all, I still, just to prove it could be done, maybe I will do a Minecraft Alex Barbie custom, and I can use this head. And the child has lots of Minecraft toys from years ago, when he was young and into Minecraft, as opposed to now when he's older and more ironically into Minecraft. So I could even give her, Minecraft cat companions and such. So yeah, Minecraft Alex Barbie custom could happen. This is going to take forever to get through this box. Oh, another Jenny. Cool. This is probably more Jennies than I've had in my life. The head's coming out of this box. So that will be fun. Get my Japanese doll fix without ordering from Amanda. Vintage larger Dress Me doll head. If you've seen my stuff for a while, you know I have fun with the Dress Me dolls like this. This one must have been in a just craft bag assortment, because if this had been an actual Dress Me doll, there would be glue residue on the head that would not come off for anything. But that's cool. I can find a use for this. I mean, maybe more of an art doll. I don't know. I've never tried to make an art doll. I probably should at some point. Oh, and here's another one. Actually, this is, might be, what's she called? Not Sweet Sue. This might not be just any pose doll. This might be a specific one. I'm not sure. They reused sculpts across so many of these dolls. Oh, Smiling Noli. The smiling Mycene heads from the later in the line. It's a very distinct look. I don't think I've ever had one of those before, so that could be fun, just for photos. This one has some. Mattel Iwonk has nothing on this, but I could probably reach in there and fiddle around with things and get that seated back in place. Yeah, a lot of times when you see darker skin dolls like this, they were meant to be Native American. So, take that racial, cultural insensitivity and turn it into better modern dolls. See what I mean by the glue that they used on these would sometimes even partly melt the plastic. So that's how you know this one probably never had hair on it at all. I'm just looking at the contrast between these two in the view screen. What do you think, Chip? Modern Stacy head. Had one of these a few years ago, put it on a body. Found a new home for it, but I know that there's potential. Lid wig. I'm gonna move these wigs because there's actually a plant over here that it's I'm getting wigs on a plant. Probably not good for the plant. I need to move Curvy Dancer. Again, another great hair color. I'm looking at this one, the eyes are a lot more intense. And those lower lashes are nice too. But again, you can see what glue does. So this one was obviously never actually finished into a doll. Probably a craft kit. Yeah, this is more the size that I usually use. Obviously, she was probably supposed to be Pacific Islander of some sort. She also has nice dark eyes. Like I said, usually their eyes are paler amber like this. And you know I like brown eyes. feel like I should remember what doll this was, too. A red-haired Generation Girl sculpt. She could have just been a Christmas doll, because a lot of times when you see blue eyes and red lips on a Barbie, that was one of the lower priced Christmas dolls. Again, I'm sure people will tell me if I don't get curious and look it up beforehand. Also an older Articulated Fashionistas Barbie. Boy, do we miss those Articulated Fashionistas. Live wig. Another dollar store strawberry shortcake knockoff. I have had fun making customs with those. No, those are different hair colors. There's a lot of nice bright hair colors on this desk right now. I don't recognize that doll, I probably should. Oh, another leggy with the original hair. It's really nice. Maybe boiling it won't change it. Maybe they just do have long, tall heads like that. I have to ask Chris, does this have the same face paint? It's just a little more vibrant lipstick on the one with hair. They are cute. Hasbro has made some cute dolls throughout history, but overall their track record is not great. Another one of those. They'll have plenty of faces to experiment with. And nice brown-eyed Jenny. Put that in the pile with the other Jenny dolls. Another one of these. Again, those eyes are supposed to be blue, but the plastic on top is yellowed, so you get this really interesting eye color. And again, this one has some scuffs, but no damage from glue. So this one might have been in a kit also. Was this Herself the Elf? Herself the Elf was around when I was a kid, but I was never into it. So that's probably not Herself the Elf, or a friend thereof. But this hair texture is great. The little odds and ends bodies I have, I can work out. Oh, her again. You can't see me smiling. Another Disney that will probably go to John. I don't know if he wants all these modern Hasbro hits, but the Carnival sculpt, which I appreciate now more than I did when it was new. Okay, this wasn't Mattel, right? Yeah, this was some Fairytopia thing, I believe. Mattel tried some odd things in the Fairytopia line, which leave a lot of opportunities for customizing. Jenny, who's going to get some time with the acne cream and the sunshine. Like I said, this is more Jenny. More Jenny's I've ever seen. Yeah. Right. Reaching in without looking. And we have another, probably older fashionistas. I'm not too familiar with the dolls who used the larger version of the Generation Girl sculpt. Again, reaching in without looking. Again, this is another Articulated Fashionistas, probably Sweetie, with the closed mouth Generation Girl sculpt. entrepreneur fashionistas with the so-called curvy Carl sculpt, which is very cute. Another Jenny with nice textured hair. Oh, I hope I can get this hair worked out without losing the crimping. I know Tiffy has a low temperature. I think Tiffy has a low temperature crimping iron that you can use for Barbie hair. I'm going to have an army of Jenny. Another old articulated fashionistas. I'm reaching into the box without looking. Another older articulated fashionistas whose earrings I am absolutely going to steal. I mean, for other dolls, not for me. Although I have made me earrings out of Barbie earrings, but they were collector Barbie earrings that were practically real earrings anyway. Alright, I feel like this is not a normal Nasa sculpt because the eyes are so much smaller. So she's definitely cool, and I'm sure that someone will identify her even if I don't. I know I have some spare bodies in that skin tone. I mean, really, I was thinking before that I had so many bodies and not, I mean, I have a supply of doll heads in here, which I really am gonna need a bigger box for doll heads. I was thinking I have so many bodies and all those doll heads that I really don't want to use, so you know, a few weeks ago, it's what the series of dressing dolls videos I've been posting are. I just decided to randomly put heads on bodies just to use the bodies. Well, now I have so many heads. I'm probably going to be taking a lot of heads off of bodies to find some of this. And another island, Pacific Island or African souvenir doll. I mean, you'd think African, but those I've had in a darker skin tone like this before were from Pacific Island, so you never know about these dress me dolls. Is this head? Yeah, this head is... No, I guess this head is hard plastic. Oh yeah, and there's hair molded into it that the curly hair is on top of. If it just didn't have yellow eyes, it would be better. And of course those red lips have to go too. I'll save it if I can. Fairytopia head, I believe, and a wonderful hair color. Okay, we're getting close to the bottom of the box, I think. Ooh, Momo! Very much like, let's see, what's it say? Okay, I'm trying to look at this over my glasses. I should look at it with extra glasses. Golden Key, Hong Kong. Anyway, Momo is a doll that Tiffy has had for years that she had enhanced to really up the Asian aesthetic of it. But now I have my own to play with, and of course I love the brown eyes. Man, when I was a little kid, if I had had a doll with a head like this, with the blonde hair and the brown eyes, I would have been thrilled. Because even though my hair is very brown now, I was a little blonde kid with brown eyes. And as a blonde kid with brown eyes, even then, as a little kid, I was aware that I never saw dolls with brown eyes and blonde hair. If I had known about painting dolls when I was little, I probably would have painted brown eyes on all of them. So anyway, there's a little discoloration, which was either going to be, probably can magic eraser, or else I'm just going to have a lot of heads in the window. And then from Tiffy's experience, I can get ideas of which bodies to use for this. That is very cool. Thank you for all of these. I mean, the box is not done, but I feel like I should be saying thank you every once in a while just because these heads are so amazing. Moxie Teens, which I've experimented with changing their eyes on, and if you can put weirder eyes into them, they get much less vapid looking. And another leggy, this one with longer hair. Cool, cool, cool. You have a leggy army too. little sister Shelley, Chelsea, Kelly. I know Mattel changes what she's called in Life in the Dream House. Made fun of that. Ooh! Ooh! Another one of these was somebody already did glue rhinestones in. Probably Ragdoll Customs. Did glue rhinestones in, like the Starry-Eyed Bride Creative Flower Princess look. I know there was a Barbie that had eyes like this too, but the first dolls I ever had, the camera actually recognizes this as a face. The first doll I ever had with rhinestones in the eyes was Creative Flower Princess Starry-Eyed Bride. So yes, since this one has the rhinestones, that means I am free to experiment on the other one. Cool. I see some feet. You know what? These are probably her feet. I wonder if that means, if there are hands in there? Yes, there are hands. All right. So yeah, these are the hands and feet that go with this doll. I mean, you can tell they're the same plastic color. You know how hard it is to match color among dolls. So yes, this stuff definitely goes together. So I could make a cloth body for her. I mean, Tiffy originally had hers on a homemade cloth body. So that could be done with this doll. Which should probably be safer to do than trying to adapt it to a different body. Although, I think Tiffy ended up with a like 60 centimeter hinged doll body for. I don't remember. I will have to look up what Tiffy did with Momo, but there are options. Cool, cool, cool. Her shoes. Oh, purple, cool. I know I have dolls who can wear these. Which, I don't know, did I mention before? Oh, you can't see it up here. That Sasha dolls. I was so vexed about where I would get shoes for my Sasha doll. And then I randomly tried a pair of 60 centimeter BJD shoes on my Sasha, and the shoes fit, I won't say perfectly, but they fit a lot better than anything I could possibly have made for it. So I have Sasha competing for shoes with my 60 centimeter dolls now, and so this is another option. Alright, I see a few more heads in here. Oh, Mystery Squad Kenzie. This is another beloved one, because a lot of people like the Leah sculpt with this coloration, and also because, I mean, the hair. The amazing textured hair. And I have seen some people online who get this doll and straighten the hair, and they can do that. It's their doll. You can do whatever you want with their doll. But I am in the Keep Kenzie's Hair Natural club. I've already sent a Mystery Squad Kenzie head to John once upon a time, so I can keep this one. And there's two heads left in here. What do I have a... See, I think this is a Hong Kong clone of a Penny Bright. No, did Penny Bright had an open mouth smile? And I believe this is a clone doll of a 1960s little sister, fashion doll little sister head. And her hair is actually, it needs to be set a little bit. It's actually in really good shape for a Hong Kong clone. But I know it's a Hong Kong clone. I'm pretty sure it's a Hong Kong clone because what is going on with this neck connection? So she will be fun to get onto. Like I said, I'm going to run out of bodies. And last one in here is, this is a, I don't think this is Mattel Littles. I think this is the Hasbro Fairy Tale dolls, Snow White, who also might get a session in the sun with some acne cream to bleach out that spot. Can be saved. And that is the bottom of this amazing box. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can pan the camera down and show you what my desk looks like now. And jostle the camera a little bit. Just a big pile of happy potential. So thank you so much, Ragdoll Customs, for this amazing box of potential. I know my first inclination is to hoard it all for myself. I probably will pass some of these, more than just the Disney doll heads, pass some of these on to other doll people I know, but not after I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I can do with them myself, because this is just an amazing, amazing assortment. So thank you so much for sending this. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'm going to keep up with the random doll and random sewing content, I guess, on this channel whenever this situation presents itself. So thanks for sticking with me, and I hope you had fun playing with dolls with me today. Thanks for watching.